you will, right? So when we doing altar work, because a lot of people say they don't want to work with altars, they have fear of the different energies that they're working with. I work personally with over 120 deities at any given time. The shit that I am protected by, I'm at that Bobby Hemmett level. You can play with me, and I'm gonna just keep it moving. But the shit that's around me gonna respond whether I want it to or not.
Yes.
What's that
But
on your list again? I'm sorry.
but what I'm saying,
Do not. Excuse my language. Do not fuck with the chosen ones.
oh look, I'm trying to tell
Look
you, we
around and
got
find out if you want to.
look when
Hey,
you
don't
start
have to do
tap into
nothing.
yourself, you got what I like to call auto RTS, automatic return to sender.
Yes.
Fucking with one of us will fuck up your money, your business will start going down, your finances will start going down, your loved ones will start dropping, people will start developing sickness, your car will break down, and you gonna swear up and down, I put your picture on the altar on a jar. And for some instances, maybe I did, but for the most part, I don't have to.
This man said for some
Trust
reason
me, hey.
maybe I did,
Hey,
but if
what
I
you
put
got on
your
your list,
picture
bro?
up there,
What you
then
show on
piece
your
of people
list?
flesh, cause you a flesh of me, cause everything you do to me, I already done. So don't check yourself before you wreck yourself now, cause whatever you do to me, it might shit.
I love
No,
how
no,
you
no.
Your
I was saying that in general. I wasn't saying that. No, don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that to anybody in the panel. I'm talking about the anointing that comes with us.
bro. You dealing with high vibration. You know you ain't said nothing that I thought was towards me personally.
Hey,
No,
sister,
I
hey,
just you get
bro,
If I
bro,
say
talking
whatever you done
reality.
did to me, baby, you might well check yourself. You might whatever you done to me, I already done to you. When I say that though, I be like, don't sabotage yourself. Check yourself.
Hey.
Peace possession. If you doing anything upon me, you only did it to yourself. So I come in peace. So hey, check
No,
You know
that's,
what?
and that's what
I
I
have
tell
had to
people. We
tell
come
some
in love and
people.
light, but we not taking no shit at this era, this war we in.
I
What you
reject
said.
surprises now. I don't
Hey,
take
I tell people all the time, I can be a blessing or a curse to you.
Thank you, baby.
But that's
choose
what they
poison.
don't understand. That's what they don't
Thank
understand.
you.
God is what you just said. A blessing. Either we are a major blessing or a major tower moment when we come into people's lives. For
Yeah.
instance, if you do music and you come across a record producer and he like, damn, I like your style, but then he never put you on, I guarantee he gonna go through a tower moment. This is all the way. This is all the way across the board. This is like if you got a health drink that you do, and you come across some people who could put that drink into a position where it can financially suit you. You were a test for them in humility, where they may have turned their nose up and be like, "Well, we don't need this information from that."
Well, that's they lost.
But that's the thing. They go through tower moments for that. We are what I call, so in the tarot, right? There's a card known as the tower. A tower is a time of major change and major upheaval. When you are vibrating high, when you are chosen, when you are walking in your purpose, when you have turned into a prophet, meaning your spiritual practices generate a prophet. That's what a prophet is. Someone who's
Ascended
masters. Exactly. Living ascended masters. When you come across individuals who got this anointing and you do them wrong, I guarantee you 10 times out of 10, you're going to go through a tower. You just may not realize the why until way later down. My mother called me up one night and was just like, I am so sorry. Just take me off whatever evil altar you put me on. I'm like, whoa, pause, Mom.
Mama, don't do that.
You gave me life. I got nothing to do with where you sit spiritually in celestial alignment, though. You got to deal with Big Mama for that. You brought me in this world, and no hand that I control would go against you.
So
now,
she gotta go to your grandmama now. So don't she just saying mama just a little girl, baby. Look, son, look him. I was just a little girl, right? I was a child raising a child when I had you. So whatever didn't go right in your life, please don't blame me. Because my mama was that you gotta go to Big Mama now at some point. You need to have to put her out like that, you know what I'm saying? She had to come begging you for forgiveness. Because on God, God asked for forgiveness at the end of the day.
No, I'm using my mother as you gotta listen. You gotta listen to understand the whole. No, well, I'm listening to you guys, but you gotta understand the whole thing that led up to this phone call. My mother and my auntie was responsible for unaliving my father because they didn't like how he was spiritually at the time. Now, as a result, my father's dreadlocks, I'm 6'1", my father's dreadlocks was longer than my mother in my body, right? Now, when my mother got the chance to, because she didn't like how the spiritual community treated my father, she didn't like the attention that my father got. She got back at him once he started developing his spiritual psychosis, also known as dementia. Now, because she took advantage of that man in his last days by cutting off his hair, she in turn, 10 years later, cannot grow none. Because she took his artistry.
You sound like Stefan and Delilah.
Hear me, exactly. Everything is spiritual though. It's in the books for a reason. But when she cut off his dreads in the time of his end of days before his ascension, and she finally and then she whispered in his ear, "You tried to snuff me out." She created a karmic debt that has nothing to do with me. Now, she can't understand the fact that, yeah, you cut his dreads off 13 years ago, and now we're in the year 9 and everything is coming to completion and manifestation. If you've been doing things right, blessings is coming into your life. If you've been doing things evil and wrong, you're going through a certain level of karma right now, because karma, dharma, and prana is 100% real.
And blessings gonna come into your life if they ain't coming into hers, because that was upon you, because you are your father's son. So that basically who you are.
And that's why, and that's what I was trying to get to, where she called me up, and because she knows what I get into.
What you tell her, Connie? Come on.
You want me to be 100% honest?
You supposed to be. What you mean?
I'm gonna tell you.
What did you tell your mama? Cause you know where you come from.
So hear me out. Hear me out. What happened was, she at the time I had just came home from prison. She was paying a cell phone bill. I was just starting to reestablish myself.
I ain't talking about that. What did you tell her, Mama? Look here, it ain't your fault. You know, I can't just blame you. I come from my daddy too. Da.
Well, so this
tell your mama when she came crying to you, son, forgive me.
Hold on,
got us.
Let
him land his plane, girl.
Got you. I'm finna meet up, baby.
So what I'm saying is, though, she tried to, my mother directly, I know that sounds crazy, but she directly tried to cause me harm by creating obstacles with me, because she saw that I was starting my business and stuff back up, and as in turn she tried to leave me left for dead and do sabotage and stuff. She got me what's that called? She not when you awarded a state, but she did something where they was in control of my finances for a little while. Like I had a
power of attorney.
It's a C word.
Some shit.
Conservative. Okay. He put me in a conservative, and I had no idea about it until I went to go try to touch some money that I had earned from a store, online store that I had bought to put together. And then I found out that I was in a conservatorship, and on paper she had people thinking I was crazy. So after I got all of that squared away, got my money and stuff back that was stolen to me, then later down the road, it's, oh my God, what's going on in my life? What did you do to me? And this, that, and the third. But no, I got nothing to do with that. She a goddess just like I'm a god. I got nothing to do with her karmic debt though. Yeah. I got nothing to do with her celestial alignment. When she called me saying what she said and asking me to peer into her soul and see what's to come for her, I won't get into that specific information.
I get what you're saying, because my brother paid I have a big brother, he paid my karma debt. He had a karma debt because they were placed upon him to bear my burdens. I'm his little sister, but he carried that. He ain't here today though. But you know what I'm saying? He took a lot away from what it would have been so much worse for me. And that's a karmic debt now. That's just like Jesus, how he took upon everything and said, I done paid y'all dues, so y'all ain't got to go through shit. So what you talking about? You know, at the end of the day, you know, that's on Mary, Jesus, Joseph, however, you know where he comes from. And I ain't trying to be sarcastic. Still, I'm keeping it real, too.
Thing I might want to interrupt, right, boy? They see like 2 new brothers come on the panel. Like, that's the one we keep it civilized, see what the brothers them saying.
Somebody else speak? Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody else speak.
I mean, he said that politely, though, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, no, he immaculately, in fact.
Well, that's why I'm kind of sad you ain't made me your you ain't followed me back though.
Mm-hmm.
Who that, my sister?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I go. All right, I see this one right here. May I go? Come back. We are gonna come back in full effects, man.
Sounds good.
But this one right there, I using my stepdaughter page, so yeah, you know them type of way. But the next one, I the name Zebulon, and the next one, I send TikTok is send me all type messages, shut down my phone, cause you know them listening to us right now. So certain information they stop into your thing and ban you see. Cause they don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. No. But when you spread deception and lies, that's what they want here. Hey, Greg, what are you saying, brother?
He said, let somebody else speak up.
Say what, bro? Blessed.
Blessings to all y'all. Ashe. I hear y'all talking about that energy, man. I love all of it. You know what I mean? I've been coming on here, and this is a good ass panel, man. You get all different types of insight on what you already know, and you can add on to it. But
confirmation, brother. It's confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation, absolutely. Especially dealing with that energy and trying to understand how to have that energy flow through you. That's what I'm on. I think I got the history, and not to say I know all, but I got a greater understanding. So now I'm trying to get to how to cultivate, use it. Like my man said, Professor X, have a school, where, because they drugging up people that so-called have that ADHD or all the other disorders, but they really not. Those are your body trying to connect with the visible world or the spiritual world. You know what I mean?
For sure, brother. For sure.
That's what we got to teach people. Instead of going to therapists and all that, man, get control within. If you don't do that, it's get within and know without, then that's what I'm on, So I love hearing what you was talking about, especially with the spiritual real, with that joint. I don't really play with magic, you know what I mean? I just meditate and try to harness what the source is. I did come up with a new development of who the creator is. If y'all want to hear that, you know what I mean? Because we talk about this masculine divine energy and then this divine feminine energy as well, and then we keep on trying to put it to a body category. But if you think about what's around you, right, it's color, right? All colors have a tone and a vibration and a frequency, right? So let's say blue. Blue is order. That's one of the prime colors. Nothing creates blue. And red as well. And then there's yellow. So let's say blue is the father, red is your mother, and yellow is the son. Now, it's a reason it's in that order. Blue is a calm color, and it's a high frequency than red. It's higher than red. It's actually closer to the purple purple. So blue is order, your governor, creator. You know what I mean? Through blue. That's why when you wake up, you see the sky, it's blue. But that's partnership with the sun as well. I mean, you can break that down into science and go to the light and how that reflects, and then bam, you see blue. But with these three colors, it's the Trinity. Now, red is flesh. That's the lowest frequency color. Actually, that represents the root as well. And, the sex, and that's why women wear red. That's why they use that for McDonald's, to attract your eyes. So red is flesh, blood, and chaos. Mm-hmm. Blue brings order, and yellow brings balance. Balance is the light, okay? Balance is the sun / sun, and balance. So with all three of these colors, once, like let's say in the Bible, say the source of spirit sees its reflection over the void. This is basically blue, red, and yellow recognizing what they are of the void, out of the blackness. Once those colors come as one, it's black. That's the ultimate color, the ultimate vibration, bringing all three, body, mind, and soul, as one. You see what I'm saying? As above, as below. So your creator fights itself as well. It's that double, always duality. Realm. You have to find balance. You have to find the light. You see what I'm saying? So it all trickles down to like a effect.
Thank you for that balance too.
Yes. So if you watch, even with us as man, not saying man is perfect, right? But a real structured man that brings structure in the house, no one likes because he brings order. You know what I mean? Even though that's needed. Now, if we go into a single house of a mother, it's chaos. There's no order there. And then what comes out those homes, it's, the difference. We got to look at stats of America where they say a single house, a single dad house and a single mom house, and the success rate that comes out of that shows where the source lies and who runs with the source and who runs with chaos, put it like that. Okay? Now, your colors, once they meet each other, so once blue, red, and yellow meet, so blue and red meet, it makes purple, correct? That color represents the highest form of your crown chakra, royalty, and everything else. And that has a vibration. Since we can see all these colors through fountains of light, that means you're seeing the source and chaos in the sun around you at all times. Even with, let's say with blue and yellow. So when the sky touches with the sun, there's a chemical reaction that creates green, which is the earth. You see what I'm saying? So all your grass that we see is green. You know what I mean? Once these colors vibrate together and they form, it's like an infinite consciousness. Now that's what we have to, I guess, after death, we figure out what conscious is, but we just know that it's there. And you can tap into consciousness. Divine consciousness, it's consciousness, and then there's primitive consciousness. It's 3 sets where you're the consumer, you're blind, deaf, and dumb. That's your primitive consciousness. You go by like animals, for real. And then you're conscious, you laying on the fence, you're living, you got spirituality in you, but you in the religious part. But you're still lost. Then it's divine consciousness when you're spiritually inclined and one with the earth. And with that, you get some downloads in your stillness. Meditation daily is the key. If you don't do that, you can't elevate. You got to elevate by your environment. Pressure builds pipes. Pressure builds diamonds. So if you in the right environment, you will evolve properly spiritually as well. You have to suffer to gain that because it's that chaos was order. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like it trickles down to a whole.
I get what you're saying, brother. I am so following you. I understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a multitude of things to go to there, but that's this stuff that we talk about on here. Yeah, that's the story. That's the myth and all that, and the legends as well. So once we understand that, then and say that we can do that and we are that, and we walk around like we saying we gods and nobody's operating or walking in that order, then how can anyone believe it? So everybody here that knows this knowledge, when we walk out every day, we have to really walk that shit. We got to send that peace and that ultimate divine positive energy around everybody you with. And people got to, that shit becomes a domino effect. And then you practicing and training with your soul and your spirit as well. Understanding with that, like, they say breath is just air, but no, that's spirit and energy. You see it and feel it all day. It's going through you. When you walk outside, that's when they try to dumb it down and call it wind. Why not call it, man, that's ether outside? That's the spirit walk. That's why they say spirit around you. Because that air is alive and it's vibrating to the highest form. You see what I'm saying? That brings life to everything. So you got your elements around you, your 4 elements. There's earth, water, fire, and then air. The 5th is you. Just like that movie my man said, the 5th element. She was the 5th one. But you got to get in contact with all the other ones to be that light, you know what I mean? And you got to really appreciate your earth. Give to your earth like your earth gives to you. You know, plant something.
Facts, brother, facts.
You see what I'm saying? Or you go see your air, you breathe it in, take it in, and be like, thank you for that breath, that energy, that spirit. Spirit is a force. Just like you see all these people playing with this aluminum foil, they pretend that they're interesting. They're interested with it because it's something where as though you can make something move, kinetic force. But to control that, you know what I'm saying? To control that force, to make that jump go backwards, forward, turn around, or lift up as your command, then that's practice that come with that. But you have to meta. You wake up like, damn, this shit's disgusting. And you know the evil. You know that they eating kids. You know they doing perverted shit. And you want this shit to stop. That makes you chosen. If you still waking up like, fuck it, that shit junk going on, or you watching somebody get harassed, yeah, okay, you might not know that story, but you gotta bring that positive, like chill. You don't want to get locked up for this. You know what I mean? Chill out. That's what you're supposed to be touching people. If you can heal yourself and you can talk about doing all this powerful shit, man, sage your block. Put crystals on corners.
Hey, look, God, I agree with everything you said, and that's what I said. Everybody not made to do this walk, but what you just said is real powerful, because where I'm at in my walk, I got half the city swapping. I got most of the gangsters in the city swapping out gold chains for copper rack crystals, because they trying to figure out how I'm manifesting the shit that I'm manifesting around me. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, they doing it with the wrong intention, but nevertheless, they are tapping in, and they in the time that's needed for them. As it stands right now, with our walk, with our healing, the works that we do, we are the new prophets. We are the new apostles. So what we do, our experience now is observed by those that 3% that you talking about, the billionaires, the rich. Because like you said, they already inherited on this earth what we came in this earth with. What they have material wise, we came energetic wise. We simply are now tapping back into that inheritance. That inheritance was always owed to us. That's why pastors, they often tell their congregation, you have an inheritance in heaven, but they don't explain the fact that you access that through your different spiritual advancements, your spiritual upgrades. And the more you access that, the more you manifest into your highest timeline. There was a time where I was always homeless because I refused to live by society's norms. And now it's a time where I'm somewhat prosperous. My ritualistic practices allow me to live the life I choose to live. I'll never be filthy rich or anything like that.
But if you were speaking to these kids, Marcel, if you speaking to these kids, how would you tell them? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I tell them. How would you guide them to obtain that type of knowledge that they have if they grew up in a situation where, you know, their knowledge and their light was blocked out from them, where they can see that light now? How can you tell them to take that?
What you do is
they veil from their eyes so they can see, instead of telling them how everybody can't read and everybody gonna understand, but you have to break it down.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, you just said it, but everybody got eyes. If you see a motherfucker come into your city and all he got is 2 pair of pants,
make sense.
And then 6 months later, you see him with a business. You see him rocking big ass crystal jewelry around his neck. You see him giving money to homeless people and stuff, where he was just one of those individuals. You start to reevaluate your life. Now, as far as the younger people, we have to appeal to them in a different way.
So that's appealing to ourselves. Can I tell you something?
No, hear me out. It's not though, because Rashad Jamal gave a blueprint.
My kid is my next appeal. That's my appeal. I have to appeal my right.
All right. So what is What do children look up to? They look up to superheroes. They look up to superstars. They look up to...
They look up to me as their superhero now.
But I'm
my
saying...
kids look up to me. I'm their superhero. I'm their God before they even knew a Bible. And I can't put that indoctrination on them. But you know where that come from, Muzel. And that's witchcraft and that spell word too. But I can teach them to protect themselves and understanding that, you know what I'm saying, we're going to stand on our natural roots, on our natural ground. And when I say that, that shit come from my roots. When I speak on my roots, I come from this land that I stand on and we have to protect ourselves off of. But it ain't to harm nobody, but this other shit that coming from. We can't teach on and speak on all that either. So that's why I tell my kids, when you're speaking on this paganism, the holiday, the money, I know it's all about money.
No, but I know you keep saying paganism. So,
but because there's money at the end of the day, we're gonna have to teach them our real roots.
No, but what I'm saying is,
we're gonna have to survive off the land when we ain't got that shit. But I ain't gonna break it down that far.
I understand what you're saying, but it's two things that's been said now. Once from you and once from the God Greg. Now he said when he first started speaking, he said he don't really deal in the magic aspect of it. And I noticed you yourself keep saying something about paganism this and paganism that. The fact
and then I said materialism this and materialism that.
I hear exactly what you're saying, but what I'm saying, you asked me a specific question. So the first thing you do is you teach them honesty, love, integrity, and sincerity, get you to your truest form of authenticity. Now, the reason I teach people in that order is because you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with your behavioral patterns, your psychological trauma, your inner child trauma. You have to have integrity with yourself in those moments when nobody can see you. You have to love on yourself with complete sincerity. This gets you to your truest form of authenticity when you are able to operate.
And then when you love on yourself, you don't have to take from nobody else, and you don't have to push nobody else to love you. At the end of the day, it's like we don't have explanation for nothing because we ain't got to explain. Then it's already understood though, because we ain't gonna explain it. We gonna let somebody else clarify that too.
But that's the thing, though.
I know you didn't land your plane yet. I know you didn't, brother. But but
I'm gonna mute up.
I wanted to. No, sister. This is nothing about you. I just.
No, we have an open panel. Hey, look, I'm so ADD. I'm never gonna get mad at nobody cutting you off.
No, I kind of stepped back because I wanted to hear you guys, because you have to understand. I love listening to this because when I grew up, there was none of this. Now, before I lose my thought on that, I think of what you was just saying and what the sister was just saying and what you were laying to Greg, and everything through this conversation. I think you guys are great, and your listeners and everybody attached to it. But I think one of the problems is we're still attached labels when you say honesty, integrity, and all this other stuff, because when you operate in Christ mode and you're using energy, there is no such thing as those labels. It just is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think when we teach, the wrong thing. I think we're still teaching the anchors, and those are those labels. Now, when we teach our children, if we teach them energy, like when we say, hey, listen, if you keep saying that person makes you sick, guess what's going to happen? If you keep acting angry and nasty, guess what that's going to happen? You understand? So you can tell them about the labels, but don't attach the labels in such a form we're discussing them. And I know I agree. Hold up. I know here we all understand that, but I'm talking about when we teach. And when we teach, I think we should be teaching strictly energy. Because
this is the thing, though. Before anybody can cheat, right? So you got to stay teachable to stay reachable to be teachable.
What are we teaching?
Everybody is not a teacher, and everybody is not a student. But when it comes
no.
Hold on, hear me out.
What are we teaching?
I believe that everybody's a teacher, and everybody is
the learner.
But that's the thing, though. Before you can teach, you have to study. So that's why everybody's not a teacher.
What are you learning from the teacher? Because it's a panel. When we say a panel, that means the teacher is in front of the class, at the top of the class, and they have students that is in front of him. That's like a table, and they say that now. So what are we learning from the teacher? Can we speak on what the teacher is teaching us? And we're gonna start over. and
No,
we
but
gonna
y'all
reorganize
focusing
this
too much on
class
the
and
teacher and
stuff.
student relationship. The fact of
So
the
I'm
matter
gonna
is,
speak on the subject that the teacher has in
Damn.
front of us, and
no,
it says the wise
Can't be
men.
no student.
no, but
Okay,
what I'm saying is this though. At some point in your life, you're in a position where you can only be learning because you don't have enough adequate wisdom or knowledge
what are we
to
learning from what this
put
teacher
forth.
is teaching us
So
right here on the panel?
that's what I'm saying when I say the
Good for you,
student
baby.
position. You know what I mean? Don't you can't allow certain shadow
I
aspects to
damn
flare.
sure ain't, and I won't either, baby. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is you don't need to allow certain shadow aspects to flare. The reason I teach people
You
early
got
on
to
in their
speak for
spirit.
yourself too, though, cause baby, when you say you and when you say you and you guys, I say I. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say I because I speak for myself. That's what the teacher taught me to speak for myself. And
Yeah,
then the teacher gonna say you and we when he is teaching a class. That teacher gonna say y'all and they and you know this and such on. But when that teacher say I, that I is that teacher, and that teacher say what I say, and then you gonna tell us what you know what I'm
I
saying.
understand that, but at some point
Yeah.
through all of our spiritual walks, we know that we are the teacher. What I'm saying is we go within to get our knowledge, our wisdom, our understanding, our understanding. So but at some point though,
And
we
I'm
was at
you my
some point
studies, you my study partner. Go ahead.
hear me out though. At some point, we were studying Bobby Hemmett. At some point, we were studying Malachi Z. York. At some point, we were studying the Rashad Jamals and the Farrakhan's and the Malcolm X's and the Marcus Garveys and so forth. We were studying and observing their experience to the point where we begin to have our own. At that point, we no longer are in student roles. We are now in teacher roles because we teach
There
through
you
our
go.
own experience at that point. My experience is unique to my experience. I am everything I say I am after I am, and I know everything that
There
I
you
know.
go.
Once it is
There you
known,
go.
I know it. So that's the understanding that we come to. So when I say a student in a teacher role, I'm saying having enough wisdom and knowledge to stand on yourself, your own 10 toes.
Thank you.
Everyone doesn't have that inherently, and we have to all develop it. But we develop that through our own spiritual experience. Your healing journey is based off your spiritual awareness. Your spiritual awareness or your spiritual consciousness is based off your spiritual
I hear
experience and
you.
your
I hear
overall
you.
3D
Loud and
experience.
clear.
So what I'm saying is, for you say paganism this and paganism that. For me, it all equates into different ritualistic practices. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with, huh? But
I thought
yeah,
that was old girl, but she left.
no. But what I'm saying though is, at the end of the day, as above, so below,
I
as
mean,
within,
my
so
sister, they
without.
sounded like they wasn't her though.
So everything you need is already within you, but you have to come across certain activators. For instance, if you know that you have knowledge and wisdom already within you, at some point you have to learn how to write English or write in some type of language, or learn how to speak some type of language so that you can deliver that. If you teach through artistry, at some point you will have to learn how to paint, draw, and so forth and so forth. If you teach through music, you will at some point have to observe how music is delivered to come up with an understanding of your own. So this is what I mean when I say we all are students at some point or another. But make no mistake, there is a hierarchy. Everybody don't like when I say this, but it's a celestial hierarchy. It's a spiritual ranking system. Everybody
You
ain't.
mean the higher officials?
No, I said there is a celestial hierarchy and there's a spiritual ranking system. Everybody does not have the same calling. Everybody's not a Dr. Malachi Z. York. Everybody's not a Rashad Jamal or a Bobby Hemmett. That's just a
But it's
fact of them.
all recorded though. That's like the Akashic records.
So that's the thing. Okay, so boom, prime example. You're familiar with the Akashic records, correct? You just said the Akashic records. A lot of people know what
Okay, so be
a lot.
it.
Hear me out. A lot of people know what the Akashic records are. How many people have access to the High Council of Light, though?
That's what you just said.
That's my point, though. Everybody knows about the Akashic records. Some people could get into the Akashic records, but within the
But that's
Akashic,
access though. But
What
you
is
know,
that? I
everybody
don't
ain't
even know
gonna
what the
speak
hell that
on them
is.
though.
so all right. So look, prime example.
You speaking on it? I
Hold
just
on.
spoke on it though.
So no, that's the thing. You really didn't. So the God in the corner just
I
said
brought it up. Don't
the
do
God,
that because I
the
ain't gonna
God,
do good. I ain't. Hey, I ain't
goddess,
gonna have
goddess,
no debate with
goddess,
you, baby.
goddess. I'm not going to indirectly say it again. When shadow aspects flare, it is a reflection of self.
True.
My shadow don't flare because it don't exist. It's completely balanced. Now the God in the corner, Greg, he said something specific just now. He said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I never heard of that. Now, within the Akashic records, you have the High Council of Light. Everybody don't have access to the High Council of Light, but everybody can get access to the Akashic records. It's a ranking system. It's a spiritual order.
There you go.
Everybody knows of the laws of Mayat, but everybody's not a judge of Mayat. It's a spiritual ranking system. Everybody is a star seed, but everybody is not serving on the Galactical Federation of Light. It's a ranking system for a reason. If everybody had access to the same amount of knowledge, if everybody was meant to have access to the exact same amount of knowledge, it would be complete
But everybody
chaos.
don't. You know, everybody don't. Everybody
Everybody be
still
on
at
the
that
ego
lower
trip.
level. It's at a lower level, and you know those Casido records. That's like you said,
That's why
right?
where we at
But we
now.
go above, and I ain't even
It's
finna.
not so much
Ego.
that I'm gonna put it in another way so that it can be understood.
You
If I
said
have if
officials though. That's government. That's like my heart. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say nothing about an official.
I know. I ain't say that. I said don't be offensive either. But I said this. It's like being offensive, like my heart versus my mind, and my mind governs my heart. At the end of the day, I'm an emotion, but I know my place.
Well, the mind and the heart is two different things. The mind will tell you to
Thank
do.
you.
The mind will tell you to do things to earn money, where the heart will tell you to do things to earn
Baby, that's
peace.
what I said about them kids when I was talking about, like, be specific when we talking about learn how to survive off of this paganism. When I meant paganism, I meant materialist shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit
Well,
don't
see,
matter. It just matter. And when I speak about other things that traditional, where money don't come into play, like this shit free game type stuff. At the end of the day, now, you hear what I'm saying?
I understand, but it's not so. So, we gonna have to agree to disagree with that one. I give as much gems as I possibly can, but then there's stuff that I offer to people for a service for a reason. If I gave away everything I knew for free, I would be back homeless.
That's the difference, though. When I said that about that material, and as you know, the spiritual.
It's not material. Do you go to work, Goddess? Do you go to work?
Baby, I put in a lot of work every day.
No, that's not what I asked you. Do you have a 9 to 5 job where you collect a government
Yes,
paycheck?
yes,
All right.
yes.
So if you don't go to work, if you give away that labor for free, you cannot sustain life. Would you agree?
Baby, they already be harvested.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you very specific.
My own business.
Goddess, I'm asking you very specific yes or no questions. If you go to work for free, can you sustain life? Can you still put food on the table for
See,
your
I
child?
already do overtime. Exactly. And them hours I free my own time when I can be doing much
no,
more.
but
Can I say
you're
something?
missing what I'm saying though, Goddess. It's not about gatekeeping. It's about exactly how I worded it. I choose my words very directly for a reason. I just said I can give away plenty of information that I'm giving on this
Let me
panel
give
for
you some,
free.
but can you take it though? Can you receive it? Of course you can give, but can you receive it though?
What I'm saying is I make all of my income off of my spiritual practices. I sustain life
You
completely.
have a wife, baby.
I have a twin flame who someday may become my wife. Powerful goddess. Now, what I'm saying is
Does she give to you?
we both make our incomes off our spiritual practices, whether that be candle work, ritualistic practices, whether that be conjure oil, whether that just be doing praying meditation, or whether it be teaching somebody how to do breath work and meditation. With that being said, if I gave away all of the information I have to give freely, or as you say, free gems, I would not be able to sustain life in the same manner that you do.
But you gotta receive too, baby. Like take a breath for a minute, cause you can listen what I say about meditation. You talking about meditation? I'm gonna hush for a second. And I'm gonna let somebody else breathe in so I can breathe out. It's an exchange of that energy too. You can't just take all that shit in now and just you gotta give somebody another chance to see. We give and we take. So you do that, and then
Goddess.
when I say that,
Goddess.
I hear you.
I mean this in the most respectful way to
Me
you.
too.
Goddess
I
said.
swear I do.
Hear me out.
Y'all gotta make sure they hear you though.
Goddess.
Everybody hear you.
Don't Goddess. You have to understand something, right? It's levels to everything.
I do.
If you feel
I'm understanding you, so don't say I don't.
If you feel an inadequacy, that is a time for you to reflect on what it is that if jealousy, envy, agitation, anger.
I don't do that. I don't know what that is.
I'm just well.
Life to me. That's there.
I speak life, but what I'm saying is, if at any time these emotions are felt in a human being, that is source. That is source trying to get you to reflect on self.
We speaking peace. We speaking life. We speaking understanding. We speaking say that word for me. Reciprocity. Say it. Did I say it right? Baby, Mazelle, did I say it right?
Goddess.
No, I just asked you a question, boo. Come on with me now.
Goddess. Check. You got. So that's the thing, though.
Don't speak negative, though. I deal in energy.
But that's the thing. I don't deal in subliminals. And because I don't deal in. Now, when I have an individual saying certain things like "baby, take a breath," that is your own ego flaring. Because if I'm dropping information, and that information is vitally being absorbed by those who are listening, and you saying "baby, take a breath" because you want to speak, that is an ego flare.
No, not because I want to speak. I don't want to speak. I just said take a breath and then speak again.
I mean, I'm just calling it.
Can I interject for a second?
Take a breath.
Going on all night.
Subliminals ain't bad. Them seeds being dropped, and you're expecting the fruits of your labor to produce. You feel me? So if you instill some truth within, steel sharpens steel, and yet and steel, it should return as karma.
Iron sharpen iron, but if you copper, you can't sharpen me.
Right, you can cut me with iron. So if I get cut, then I know I'm of a different cloth. You feel me?
Exactly.
Tailored to fit. Right, yeah.
And this we agree. But iron sharpen iron, copper don't sharpen iron.
Yeah.
And this we agree. But iron sharpen iron, copper don't sharpen iron. It can't. And that's that again.
Fire, you can fight fire.
I never said nothing about copper. I said steel sharpens steel.
Iron still. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna say it again. So
if you put two sticks together, they gonna create some fire and they gonna sharpen each other. Man. We gonna light some shit up in here. Now, enlighten me now. Light something. Don't keep me in the dark. Don't even do all that.
What's galvanized steel?
Make sure you enlighten some.
Stainless steel.
Enlighten that.
That's what the galvanized steel is. But nevertheless, I hear what you're saying.
Them two different metals, bro.
What's that?
Two different properties, two different compositions, two different molecular makeups. How could you state that and stand on that like you about that? And I ain't trying to challenge you. I'm just using common sense. So when I go to home, it look like chrome almost. They different. The fuck out of here, man.
So this the thing. This the thing though, right? The same way she laughing, the same way you projecting that energy. Hold on. I'm gonna show you how energy works. Let me emphasize how energy works.
Got a very dark sense of humor too.
I'm gonna emphasize how energy works.
Like
the God just cursed out another God. Hold on. Hear me out. I'm gonna bring it full circle.
So that means I'm looking at myself now.
I'm gonna bring it full circle and I'm gonna drop down. The goddess who I just said is having her ego flare. She laughed at the comment that the God made after he said, "I'm not directing this to you in a negative way, but if you cursing, it's in a negative frequency." Now, meanwhile, me and Greg is over here. We both
I turn my cheek though when I
But y'all
laugh.
two, hold on, y'all two's
So the precept of curse is what?
hold on.
What
Y'all
is a
two
curse?
operating at the
What
same
is a curse?
because she
When I
found the shit
laugh, you
funny.
know that what they meant, right,
She
Mazel?
found it funny, so y'all gotta be registered at the same frequency. Me and him
So
didn't find it funny.
profane language is the same as cursing.
I drop my head and I laugh, then that mean I turn my cheek. Cause I drop my head and I laugh when you slap me. Baby, come on, God, I got a very dark sense of humor now. Cause I laugh. Did you take that as I didn't laugh.
You laugh.
He don't like ugly and want
You're not
to feel the
ignored.
cute either.
And look, I'm worth, so I'm gonna go ahead and disperse. You know what I mean? Love and light to y'all, Zal Maneuver. I've been here long enough. Quan, be easy, be safe, be blessed, God. Ashe, ashe.
Peace and light to you.
Ashe, bro. Well, there you have it.
And there it is.
Well, he gone now, Mama. You can talk. Give us something. You know what I mean?
I just gave it. I'm gonna let somebody
you
else
sure enough
talk.
wanted to, make your points and all that. So
We got some other people. Big Country, what's up with you? I see somebody else on.
You got nothing to say now? That's crazy.
Baby, I done said all I need to say. Peace be still.
That's nonsense.
You said what you had to say. Let somebody else say something, because I done said enough too. Now,
but see, the thing when he was talking, you was interrupting. So like everything.
baby, because he couldn't let nobody else talk either, and he said enough too. And we were both talking. We both done said enough. I'm just.
I want knowledge from you though, because you knew everything yo was talking about. So
I didn't mean no harm, sweet. I heard everything.
So let that be light.
I'm finna end.
It came from darkness.
My mic and let that be light.
it's a wild thing. That's why everybody can't be on a certain level because of it.
I say this though.
That's why everybody can't know this type of knowledge. That's why everybody can't grow.
Okay, so 360 degrees. Okay, all right.
Now
so
we understand why everybody
peep this respectfully.
Chaos. Everybody want to be the one. Everybody want to be Neo. Nobody don't know how to absorb.
That's some too many chiefs, not enough Indians type of shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Wow, that shit, son.
360 degrees of knowledge is what? A full circle, right?
So when everybody on that 144,000 wonder why you still left here and you thinking you up there, you think because of all
the 144,000 is the elect, those that have come out of great tribulation.
Yeah.
The remnants of the as of spittle in the
Get that here some. It said the importance of the three wise men and the characters that created Jesus Christ. That sounds like the council in Nicaea, but they said wise men, but there was a whole council though.
I get what you're saying, because they said they'll take up swift counsel against. You feel what I'm saying? So you assimilating counsel with counsel, and that's relevant. You did. That's like Strong's coordinates.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what they was talking about for the last hour, man. Ain't nobody touch on the prompt.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah, I've been sitting here tripping.
You were talking about something, but you know he wasn't relating to what you talking about, and so I ain't trying to hear all that.
Yeah, you got Canadian up here. What's going on?
He got a little too deeper than beyond this.
Good dog.
He did say he was coming to recruit off your platform.
Not on your platform.
Hey, well, I hope he recruited all he needed to recruit.
Corn, you sat there and listened to all this. I had to say something. I wasn't trying
I was sitting here listening, because I was just going to see who was going to be wise enough to go back to the topic. And clearly, nobody went back.
I ain't moderating, but I ain't no moderator, but I'm moderating. Like,
that was crazy work. I was like, hey, I didn't know where they get all the way there.
So can somebody pull up when Jill
hey, look, they just buried out to the right all the way west when we over here trying to go to the north. They went west.
He done went here. He done started
Joshua made the sun stand still.
He done started here on. Man, we ain't talking about that. Like, and I had to go down.
He was talking with him.
Exactly, because I was talking with him like, come on with that, man.
Yeah, what y'all got towards the topic though? Canadian, you want to speak on the topic?
I just said about the counselor and I see you.
I'm just listening for now, just seeing what everybody's got to say. But if I have a question or anything, I'll definitely ask.
All right, that's a bet.
Thanks.
I got a question. Canadian.
What is it?
I have a question.
I'm here.
Yeah, sure.
So you said you
got Rev up here.
So what do you have to say about the topic, the subject right here on hand?
So, like, I just came in, so I'm not sure exactly what is being said yet. So why don't you guys continue and then ask me?
Okay.
So Rev, what's up, Rev?
It says the importance of the three wise men and the characters that created Jesus Christ. Are you familiar with Jesus Christ?
Yeah, I was brought up Catholic.
You were Catholic?
Yeah.
So do you know of the wise men?
Yes.
And you know what they brought?
One was ore, one was gold, one was, I forget the other.
Okay, and when they say characters that created Jesus Christ, do you think the three wise men were characters that created him because they was a council? But can you speak on it?
I've never actually thought about that before.
What do you think of it? What do you think of it, though?
But you're saying that the three wise men were characters. In what sense?
And it said that created Jesus Christ. And I said something about the council of Nicaea, like Jesus Christ was a creation. They just created, that image.
That's two different topics.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know or wasn't aware of any.
On the screen.
I didn't know that the wise men really had anything to do with creating Jesus.
Okay.
Nah, that's
but
two
maybe
different
I'm
topics.
wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that's two different topics.
Two different topics. Oh yeah, Sarah. They're saying that those they're two separate. You could pick one or the other.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The characters that created Jesus Christ.
Okay, somebody just picked the topic. Who was that?
My name is Four. Peace, y'all. The characters.
Go ahead.
I'll start with I don't know who were the characters that created Jesus Christ. I'm kind of spiritual but not religious, and I like to study and learn. So thanks for letting me up. I like to know what are y'all's opinion on this thing, so I can get some context before I just jump in, splur and stuff.
All right, anybody got
What do you mean by the characters?
Anybody got any suggestions? Any guesses?
What do you mean by characters? We were talking about the indoctrination, like religion. When we speak on Jesus Christ, we speak of religion like Christianity. And these are like, and when we say wise men, it's like we have specific people that wrote those books. We have the.
No, we're talking about the characters that created Jesus Christ. So Jesus.
Are we talking
Christ,
about the legend of
the characters
Christ?
in the book is
Hold up, real quick. Crystal, you kind of like way off the topic real quick. So basically, what we're saying is, what I'm presenting is Jesus Christ was a creation. You feel what I'm saying? And it took three characters to create the identity of Jesus Christ.
Who are the three characters, in your opinion?
I'm giving the people the opportunity to try to take wild guesses on who could it be from their point of view. If they don't know, I definitely would tell them, but I definitely want to be respectful by giving everybody an opportunity to take some guesses.
The Roman Emperor. Can we go off of your interpretation of the three characters? Like who are the
Not until everybody give their answer first, sir.
Okay.
All of a sudden give you the answer. I'm gonna give everybody
the Emperor.
Let's say King James first.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want everybody to have the opportunity, the information that I have came up with.
It's okay, Sarah. We're here to learn. You're okay to if you're
that's
wrong.
what I'm saying. So
I'm very open-minded. I know
King James. That's all I say. There was one character.
It shouldn't hurt to take wild guesses. You know what I'm saying? That's if everybody is into the Bible. You know what I'm saying? At that, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know how far you guys got into the Bible, but
yeah, like I grew up Catholic, but it was not very strict household. It was more it was Catholic, but it was a lot spiritual. So.
So let me.
Her guess is the church.
Well, the church.
All right, so let me just do this. when I say characters, that's what I mean right here. Because I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about actual characters. That's like if I play a role and my name is and my role would be like, let's just say like Dennis Ruffin. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say like this role is like the 5 Heartbeats. That's a group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's a group of people which are actors, but they all created one specific group. You know what I'm saying? That is the
King James, Edgar Allan Poe.
You know what I'm saying? So when we talking about when we talking about Jesus Christ, there are multiple people in the Bible that played the role, you know what I'm saying, of Jesus Christ. It's 3 different people, which is 3 different stories.
The Father, the Son, and
that created Jesus Christ.
So what about the allegory factor? Does that not play a part in your understanding?
Allegory is like parable.
That don't play a role in
God is a title as his Lord, as his king, as his sire, as his peasant, as his the titles. Those are titles. But when you speak the names in the commandments, that you don't speak the names or you put no other gods before. Huh?
And then we didn't speak the name, we got that breath, and that's Yahweh.
You can't even speak the name of your own God.
Y'all just don't know how to talking at this point. I think y'all just bringing confusion on the panel, and that's not what I want to do. So I got to do
what it is, man.
Yeah,
I'm just asking questions. I don't have all the answers.
So Yahshua is one of the characters that played Jesus Christ. It says right here on the screen that Yahshua is the son of Gabriel and Mary.
I'm gonna have to open the door for you.
Sorry, I had already asked you, did you want to say something? If you do, go ahead and speak, sir.
One of those things, and I'm here. I pay attention on you. Make sure you're okay.
Okay, appreciate it. I'm gonna mute your mic until, you know, I get finished. Thank you. So, Yahshua is the son of Mary and Gabriel. So this is one of the characters that played Jesus Christ in the scriptures.
Well, where's the source? Where we get that from? So I can look at.
Well, you get that going into the original Hebrew scriptures where you learn the name. You feel what I'm saying? Of this person. It told you in the scriptures that there will be a son born, and Gabriel appeared to Mary and confirmed, you know what I'm saying, the matter. That, you know what I'm saying, you will be given a son, this son will be born, and this son will be the savior, you know what I'm saying, of his people. That's in the Bible.
So
everything is out of the Bible.
So if I Google original
you don't have
Hebrew
to Google it, you
Bible,
can just go to the Bible. It's in the Bible.
Now what I'm saying, I want to get a copy of the actual original of what you're saying.
Yeah, you can go in the Bible, but just, you know what I'm saying, deal with translation of the language.
Which one? So go to the Hebrew.
You can
Bible,
use
look up the Hebrew Bible.
Any Bible.
Any Bible.
Any Bible. It don't matter. Any Bible.
When he say in the Bible, he can also speak on the Quran, the Torah, like all those books.
We're gonna bring up the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Now this person right here, to get in more detail, this person right here was a mere man. He was a regular old person. You know what I'm saying? He was a regular old person, and his name was Yahshua. He was the son of Mary and Gabriel. So we're gonna go to the next person. And this is the second person right here. His name is Simon Bar Jesus. Now Simon Bar Jesus, in the scriptures, he would be in the story the son of Jesus. You find him in Acts chapter 13, verse 6. Hold on, let me let this person know. Acts chapter 13, verse 6, where it tells you who Bar Jesus is. And if you deal with, if you translate this word according to the Aramaic language, the son of Jesus will translate into Simon Bar Jesus. Simon Bar Jesus will translate to son of. So this was the son of. But this person right here was a false prophet. He was a false prophet. He was a magician. He was a sorcerer. So this is another person that they told you little about, but you know what I'm saying, his hidden identity is playing the role of Jesus Christ himself, which is Lord Jesus in the scriptures. Let's bring the other one up.
So Christ is a title, right?
Yes, he's a title. Yeah, he definitely was a title. Y'all know who this person is right here in the scriptures?
What they
Anybody?
say in Caesar's
Anybody know who this person is?
Cleopa, but Caesar Bulgaris, how many names he had? They mixed it up.
Anybody know Cleophas in the Bible?
They don't say Cleopatra. He said Cleopas.
Not a Marvel superhero. Hold up. See if I can see if any, yeah, okay. You got one person in the scriptures know you got one person in the comment know who it is. Anybody else? Anybody on the panel know who this is?
Cleo? Who was that say son of who?
So nobody up here know who this is.
I can't see the name of some of
It's a
what.
Cleophas. The last letter is a S.
No, I don't know.
Antonio?
Cleophas. Cleotis.
Mark
Cleo.
Antonio?
What you say, Rev?
Mark Antonio, is that what he says?
No, the name is at the top.
What did he say at the bottom? Son of who? I see Anthony.
Cleophas?
I'm gonna take a guess. Is that?
Yeah, his name is Cleophas.
Yeah.
He was the son of Cleopatra. Who was Cleopatra?
Queen?
Egyptian queen.
Do anybody know who Cleopatra is?
Yeah, she was the Egyptian queen.
That's who she
Married
was.
to Caesar, of Rome. Right?
She was married to who?
Caesar.
Yeah. What about her?
So you say Cleopatra was married to Caesar?
Yeah.
She had to marry her, but it was in the blood. It was a traditional.
Canadian, do you agree with that? Do you know who this is, Canadian?
Well, I know who Cleopatra was. I was like,
marry
Egyptian.
her brother, though. It was
I don't know her history.
Hold up, real quick. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Not to-
Me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead, Canadian.
Oh, yeah. I just know Cleopatra was Egyptian. She was like almost like a king or whatever, queen, I guess, queen. And I don't really know that much more of her history, really.
Really?
300 BC.
She was married to a Roman general.
Yeah. 30 BC.
I forget his name.
I didn't say
right. Somebody say she was the first. Somebody say that she was the first female pharaoh.
Mm-hmm. It ain't Cleopatra, huh?
Absolutely. That's what made her pharaoh by marrying him and had twins with that Roman.
That's Philadelphia.
It wasn't her blood brother, though.
If everything upside down, pharaohs were females to begin with. The child.
Hold on, Chris. We ain't trying to go there, Chris. We're trying to figure out who this person is on the screen. We're trying to identify this person so we'll know how to place this person in the scriptures.
But he also took her name. I say he married Cleopatra.
We're trying to get this corrected. So if anybody know who this is right here, you know what I'm saying, that has the, you know what I'm saying, the understanding of who this is.
He's the siblings.
Request up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Siblings.
Because I kind of want us to get this together. You know what I'm saying? We need to get this together so we know how to place these people in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? So if you know exactly who this person is, request up.
That when he be, you know that song that Little Martin made, you know, you're my sister and my friend, but you still my sister. That type of shit like that.
So we got someone on the panel, and I know I gave y'all an opportunity to guess, but now it's time to identify this person. So allow.
Okay, so
what is this right here? This is School of Tahuti.
No, Tahuti. So no. So let me explain real quick. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. I apologize. I ain't that type of person. But
now go ahead, bro.
Okay, so basically, the name that I use is School of Tahuti because I run an online school for basically the self-development and spiritual purification, practical application of the spiritual science of Nuwabu. I teach the ancient Egyptian mystery language called Nuwabic with the hieroglyphics, now with the Tauji, with the recitation. And that picture that you have comes from the
yeah, I know. I just want to identify the person. I know exactly.
So Cleophas, let's get to the point because I know you want to know who that is. There were 3 Jesuses in the Bible.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah, let's get straight to it. So there were 3 Jesuses in the Bible. You have Jesus the Messiah, which everybody knows. And then you have his son by Mary of Magdalene, whose name is Simon Bar Jesus, who Paul followed. And then you have Cleopatra, Mark Antony's sons, whose name is Cleophas, who is that picture. That picture is of Mark Antony and Cleopatra's son, Cleophas, whose also name was Jesus, who is a part of the Roman Catholic government of Cleopatra.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Did y'all get that? Did y'all hear what he just said? Do y'all need him to repeat that so that y'all can kind of?
I give the Bible verses because I'm upstairs eating right now because I not too long ago got home, but I looked at it. I was like, damn, they got our pictures up there. Like, what is that? I was born and raised in the community of Dr. Malachi. So.
Man, I love the Nuwabian teaching, man, because it teaches truth, man. And shout out to Dr. Malachi New York, man, for putting in that time to actually get this stuff together the way that he did for the people.
To be all the way honest with you, I give all praises due to the master teacher, but in all honesty, because I was born and like I literally grew up in a community. My whole family is Nuwabian. It was the women. Real.
Shout out to your family, man.
It was the women in the community that. See what happened. See, here's the thing about Nuwabians that people don't know. Pops created the system. Now, I call him Pops because he raised me. He like my dad, so it's
right.
That's, you know what I mean. But everybody know him by Dr. Malachi York or whatever. But I call him Pops. But Pops pretty much he created the system for those books to be created. Now, in the beginning stages, yes, true indeed, Pops put those books together. But it was people like my mom who transitioned already, or the other goddesses that was in the community that he taught the system. And when goddesses moved into the community, he taught them the system. The goddesses put those books together, but they was instructed to put his name on it. Just the same as the Sabians is trying to do as they attack and change our culture because they don't want him out. And I'm banging it against that shit every chance I get.
Right. Well, shout out to the women, man. Shout out to the Nuwabian women, man.
It was the Nuwabian. Because our whole goal in Nuwabu, in our culture, was to bring about the matriarchy. But Pops had to establish the doctrine in which we rule by and establish why culture was so important and the economics, political aspects, social and spiritual aspects was necessary for us to have a holistic culture in which we could thrive as a people, because we don't look at Pops as like no prophet or no fucking like, what do you call that shit? Like us. We don't look at him like a prophet. We consider him like the mujaddid, the reformer. And a reformer comes when a group of people has been oppressed, repressed, and depressed for so long that they have forgotten themselves. So a reformer comes to make corrections in the areas where the people that the reformer comes to were deviated from who they really were. And the 4 areas of correction that Nuwabo sought to make for us as a people was in 4 areas. I'm going to say it in our language, and then I'll teach it to you in English. The first aspect was the Kalal Ujida. Kalal Ujida means spiritual reform. The second aspect that he taught us was Ansa'a. Ansa'a Ujida is social reform. And then simultaneously, he taught us Tawfir Ujida. Tawfir is like Nuwabionomics, our economic, because we did everything financially ourselves. We went to the streets and sold incense, oils, and books. The goddesses sat and edited those books, wrote those books, and we built a nation by ourselves with no government help.
Right.
And the last aspect that he came to correct for us to give us our own way was Sais. Sais is the political, and that's what I don't want to curse because I get a little emotional behind this because it's my way of life. But
man. I know
the political aspect is where we got wrong, because those same people that Pops put in that position, they keep him in jail so they can keep getting money off of him. Like, they do this just so they can keep getting money off of him. Like,
I know,
we be
man. I know, man.
Let him go. Man. Like, let him go, and we'll take care of him, bro. Like, let him go. That man was born in 1945. Pops is almost 80 years old. Y'all can keep the money. If y'all want to run that savings shit with that dumbass double arm shit, y'all can get it. Just let him go. Just let him go. We'll make sure he okay.
Man, free that man.
Yo, bro, that shit.
Let that man go, man.
Bro, like they keep doing him like that. And it's like this nigga, like, you gotta realize my whole family, like my mom went to her grave believing in this shit. Like, we grew up like this. I learned English at age 11, bro. We spoke Arabic and Nubic. I learned English at age 11, so it's like, no, this shit personal to me, bro. Like, hell no, I don't know who no fucking book. That's like my dad. When my dad was in prison, that was the nigga that stood in the gap.
Right. I appreciate you for coming up, man, and clarifying, you know what I'm saying, what we was trying to reveal. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I want to do this is because, man, I commend Dr. Malachi Z. York, man. The time and energy, you know, his family, you know what I'm saying, everyone who had contributed, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, getting this truth out here, man. We got to take advantage of this, man.
To be honest with you, bro, if you want me to really be honest,
we have to take advantage.
Like, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Like, I don't want to cut you off, but to be honest with you, I don't want to be disrespectful, but it was Pop's family who took him down. Jacob did that. We all was raised together, bro. Like, all the people that did that to him, we all grew up as kids, like children in the community, and they did that because they was salty. Like black people, when they come to leadership, they be salty. When as a leader, you got to stand up and, like, if we got an agenda, right? Like me, I got an agenda. I done rebuilt the school. I done went to get myself together to rebuild the temples. They don't build no temples. They keep hustling books. They just want to hustle people out of their money for fucking books. Nigga, we not studying for no 200 years. When the fuck do we use this shit? You feel what I'm saying? I'm not reading no 200 books. Man. I'm not teaching my wife and my children to read no 200 books. No, when do we use this shit to get ourselves back right? And they don't teach that because they know that so long as they sound good and they dress nice, women come to the men and the men come to the women, and they get money off of the people and lead people down a rabbit hole of shit that they can't eat. Nobody changes. Nothing changes for us. Look at all the people out there that's standing, that's saying, I don't give a damn. I done stood with Young Elder. I done stood with Rod Hayes, Ibrahim, Pop's son. I pretty much done been around all to hustle people to get them to buy books and subscribe to their channels. They don't do shit for us, bro. Like, nah, I'm shooting at them niggas as soon as I get my money right.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Nah, we ain't on that religious shit. We not religious. We let religion go 20 years. Man.
If you love Malik, man, let the source deal with that. That's not your call to judge them and give them.
There you go. Thank you.
So let me say this.
Just like I
get that. And to a certain degree, I agree with that.
Hold on, bro.
You know that ain't your...
You know Malik know how Astro project. He's free. You know what I'm saying? His work's still working. That's why the shit is waking up. No matter of all that evil, you know what I mean? He made the sacrifice to be, that will come with being a leader regardless. Like, that's in history. You lead and people want to use what you give and for their own gain. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, or after all the trials and all that, the blessings and the revolutions will come back to the ones that it belongs to. So nah, don't build your anger up there. Use that energy to do his work so we can get him out. You know what I mean? If anything, he been in there a while. Nobody not really protesting or getting a pardon together to get
Since
him out.
2004, man. 2002, one of them.
Can I just say one thing?
Man.
Boy, we can really go hard and use the firepower to break him out. If we really love him like that,
Can I just say one thing? I agree with what y'all are saying. I don't disagree. Ain't no buts, ain't no ifs, ands. I know I'm emotional, bro, because that's like my dad.
So where's he located?
You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't talking about no nigga that I knew because somebody sold me some books, incense oils. Like that nigga raised me. Like I can go to him like I can come to y'all right now in this live and be like, I'll be like, yo, Pops, check this out, man. I just met this baddie. Like, yo, man, I don't really think that I really want, you know what I mean? I go to him like that. Like, I know Pops as a person. People know through him, through his literature. This is like if somebody did something to your dad, that's number one. So it is emotional. And I'm not saying that's right. Now, here's another thing that I want to say. Because I grew up in the tab, I see life a little different. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that it's better, but I grew up different. I look at life from both perspectives. I look at life from the spiritual perspective, which if you really want to go down to it, it's mind. Spirit and soul are different aspects of mind.
It's more than one perspective. So
absolutely, it's more than one perspective.
You stuck in 2D.
No.
And
just
3D,
you haven't heard me. You haven't
2D
heard me out.
shadow. You shadow boxing, bro.
Nah, that ain't what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. And you haven't even heard me out. You that I accept each perspective, whether it's the lower realm of what we call the elf waves, the lower vibrational realm, physical as well as the higher, the spiritual. I accept all of that. But one thing about me, and I'm gonna stand on this to the day of my death, we bring the spiritual world to the physical. Because no matter how spiritual you get, you still got to organize that and survive on this physical plane. And in this physical plane, there are social constructs that is necessary. And I'm standing on the wobble. I'm spreading this shit globally. And people can see it any kind of way they want. People talking about communicating mentally. No, nigga, on this plane, we communicate with languages. People talking about other planets. No, we got to fix ourselves on this planet. And my passion is for that. I don't mean to sound aggressive because I'm not that type of person. I'm a very humble person. But behind this shit, I give my life and my soul. I've already pledged my allegiance. There's nothing that could turn me away. And no amount of peace talk and that kumbaya shit that people stand on that keep us as slaves and fucking geared to these people controlling us. That's that Christianity part that keeps people controlling us because we're not willing to allow ourselves to do both.
Let's talk about something else, right? Show me something else. Show me my people. Show me myself. Come on with it now. Show me myself.
Hey, so brother, what I want to say is this right here, brother. That's what I want to say.
Keep your enemy closer than your friends.
Here's the thing about enemies and friends. Here's the thing about enemies and friends that you learn in the power game. I've been playing this all my life, and I watch Pops. Pops groom me. I'm not a person that I'm just talking because I'm arrogant. I'm humble because I can learn. I don't feel like I know everything, so I can learn. I take my counsel with the goddesses. I was the first person to erect the goddess as a queen that we kneel and we bow to. Everybody talks that shit about the matriarchy. We building it. I give my life. I sold my car. I sold everything to get this shit established. People talking rhetoric. I'm doing the work. Is what I'm saying. You can check my background. My physical name is Messiah Nanorata Naya Almahdi. That's my birth name. Check my background. I got a whole school going on. Everybody talking all of this, and it sounds like a good conversation, but nobody's actually doing the work. They make all the excuses on why we can't get it done. I'm not failing the people that's coming behind me because they believe in me. I'm not fucking failing them, bro. They believe in me. And I know what I'm doing. All that stuff that them people talking about, all this paperwork, nobody gets it done.
Nah, bro, we proactive. We ain't waiting.
I'm not saying you don't take it personal, but there are a lot of people out there and you can vouch. And I humble myself to you, brother. I apologize. if I come across in any kind of way disrespectful, it's not my intent. I'm just passionate behind this shit, bro. Like,
Hey, that's why I say I was gonna tell you,
hard,
bro.
bro.
Like, look, listen, man, it's a people. I want you to kind of understand what 2025 is bringing, right? So when you on this panel is about exposing indoctrination. You feel what I'm saying? And what I've realized from studying Dr. Malachi York's, you know what I'm saying, and the people who contributed, you know what I'm saying, who was around him to, you know what I'm saying, this teaching, is there's a people that is waking up and understanding, you know what I'm saying, how we have been indoctrinated, how we have been lied to. You feel what I'm saying? And what we're
Can I
doing,
tell you that that's my problem? Can I just interject for 1 second and I'm gonna let
you know
you
what I'm saying,
continue?
the
I don't mean to
lies,
cut you off.
we're
I want to give you
exposing
some.
the deceit. Let me finish though. Let me finish very quick.
Okay,
You know, so
I
we're
wanted to
exposing, you know what I'm saying, all lies, you know what I'm saying, all deceit, you know what I'm saying, and we're getting back to the truth, you know what I'm saying, of the matter so that we can, you know what I'm saying, unify, you know what I'm saying, together as people. And so, you know what I'm saying, what I would do is I would definitely, you know what I'm saying, relay the message. You know what I'm saying? You say you are close to Dr. Malachi, or you know what I'm saying, he was like a father to you. So as far as, you know what I'm saying, everyone who is in the Wabian community, you know what I'm saying, let them know that there is people that is waking up to the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're using, you know what I'm saying, the messages that they provided, you know what I'm saying, to unify the people. You feel what I'm saying? Because I understand, you know what I'm saying, I understand the time and energy that they put in, you know what I'm saying, into doing what they did. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that, man. And I definitely commend you, like I said, for coming up here and, you know, kind of sharing with us the things that you have did. You feel what I'm saying? But you can go ahead, bro. I just wanted to say that. You gotta hit your unmute button, bro.
You know, I think that it's really important what he's doing because we have been lied to. A lot of people are being lied to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say what I feel, and I hope I'm not hurting anybody. But a lot of Christians don't have no clue the relationship that they have. They don't even have a relationship with the God they talk about.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's facts.
You gotta unmute your mic, Skull.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say one thing. I don't disagree with nobody on the panel, but I just want to give a different perspective. Maybe what we're both saying could bring some sort of balance. I just know me in the state of mind I am, whether I'm judged as being low vibrational or high vibrational, I'm going to the max with this shit. But I'm gonna give you my perspective. My perspective is this. By being raised in the tab, we call the communities tabernacles, but short for tabernacles, we call it tabs. There are two types of people that the master teacher bred, and I'm going to give it to you in our language, and then I'm going to give it to you in English to show you our perspective. You got Mugaruats, and then you got Mubia. Mugaruats are people who only know Pops through a book, who only know him through audio. They never met him. They never lived in the community. That does not discredit their sincerity. That does not discredit how genuine they are. What that does is it enlightens us to their lack of knowing how to actually live it, as opposed to a person who learned the information through a book and they only know how to speak it. I don't teach what y'all are, I don't know. I don't want to say that because I think that comes across as condescending. I think I'm a humble person, so let me say it like this.
Speak your piece, bro.
No. But there's a certain way you have to speak. We always speak in respect in the Wabble. That's our way. Mm-hmm. You speak in respect. It doesn't matter your message. You need to speak to people in respect.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say this: if you've never lived in the community, you don't know the social, political, or the economic aspect to Nuwabu. You only know Kalal Ujida. You only know what he taught about spiritual entities, spiritual this. That means that you don't, the person that is that way does not have a holistic perspective of Nuwabu because you never lived it. If I was to ask the average person that say, I'm talking about a person that says they're Nuwabian like me. On a day-to-day basis, what is the Nuwabian supposed to do? Do we have a creed? Yep. Do we have laws? Yep, they're called divine laws. Do we have a program? Yep. How do you get to be able to embody the program of self-development and spiritual purification? That is our spiritual routine. That means by the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, there are things that we do Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Sunday that allows us to develop ourselves to be those 9 ether beings in those 4 areas, because he was the mujaddid, he was the reformer, and a reformer comes to make corrections.